What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. I'm LotusAsakura, the one who never knows best, and today bringing you some more Pokemon trading card game Pocket. And you know why we're here. Brand new set, Extradimensional Crisis is out, and we're gonna open up some packs. Before we get to that, I gotta talk with y'all a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be honest. I gotta come clean. Okay. So obviously, I have not covered anything about this set. I'm gonna keep it a stack. I never even watched the trailer for this set. Okay. And here's what happened. There's a whole pack opening video for Celestial Guardians where I opened up some complete fire, I'm not gonna lie, that I never even dropped because I was saving it for after I was recording a ranked video. So I recorded that video and then I planned on recording a ranked video because you guys want to see more ranked content, whatever. And I was planning on recording them back to back. Something came up, I didn't record the video, and then because I put it off, I never got around back to it. And then things just been going on, life just been life, and then I didn't play any ranked really in the past season. And then I felt so guilty about that I kind of just wasn't playing the game much at all or making content on it. And then, you know, the trailer for this came out and the leaks were coming out and people were talking about it on Twitter, and I was like, damn, I should talk about this in a video. And then I was like, the guilt in the back of my head was like, fake ass Pokemon fan, you're not even no real Pocket creator, you know what I'm saying? And I was just like getting in my own head about it and everything, and so I didn't end up talking about it. I wasn't making videos, whatever. And to be honest, on top of that, I saw some of the stuff on Twitter and I was like, damn, this set low-key looks kind of buns anyway, if I'm being honest. But I've been having a lot of people pop up asking me on Twitter, asking me in my streams and everything, hey man, like are you still playing Pocket? Like what's up? Like, are you gonna open any packs, whatever? And I was like, you know what, man, it is what it is, because I know there's some of you out there who I might be your only creator that you watch for this game. I might be your favorite, or just regardless whether I'm your number one or the only one you watch, you just want to see me open packs and have fun and play the game whenever I do, regardless, right? So basically what I'm saying is I had enough of being in my own head about it, and I was like, whatever, dog, it is what it is. I'm a couple of days late and I know I didn't do what I wanted to do and what I said I was gonna do, and there's a video that I wish I would have just posted anyway. Cause I mean, maybe y'all still want, but I don't know, because it's a whole new set now and who cares about Celestial Guardians? I don't know. It is what it is. Y'all let me know how y'all feeling about what I'm saying right now in the comments down below to help me get my thoughts in order. But regardless, nevertheless, today we are here with Extradimensional Crisis, which well, I'm gonna be honest, taking a look over at the card list, you know, because like I said, I didn't really like study this in depth and see what it has to offer, but from what I did see, I'm personally not really impressed. I'm gonna go ahead and say, just based purely off card design and the Pokemon that are present in this set, I think this is the weakest one for me personally so far, just based off my own taste. Now, what I will say is that the shinies in here are interesting for me, because Celebi is one of my favorite cards in the game. Also, Greninja. Y'all know I'm a big Greninja fan. Greninja is one of my most used cards, one of my favorite cards. One of my favorite decks to this day is still my old Starmie Greninja deck. And so shiny Greninja, I would love to pick that up today. That would make me one very, very happy YouTuber. Also, I'm currently playing through Pokemon X for the very first time. Y'all know I just recently got a 3DS and I've been playing through all these 3DS games that I picked up. And of course, I chose Froakie, you know what I'm saying? And I currently have a Greninja. So I'm having a great time with Pokemon X. I've been yapping for over 3.5 minutes yet. We ain't ripped open no packs. Let's go ahead and get to it. Oh wait, did I have boosters to get through first? I think I have some boosters to get through first. So here we go. First pack, I suppose. And everything's going to be brand new here. So a new Zebstrika, Head Bolt, 70 damage. Okay, 90 HP. Petalil, 60 HP. Seed Bomb for 20. Orangaroo, Hammerin, 70 for 3 colorless. Looker, I have no clue what this card does. Your opponent reveals all of the supporter cards in their deck. Okay, interesting. But I mean, what are you gonna do with that information? I guess you just know how you have to prepare for the rest of the match in terms of like what they may or may not have. And I guess if you're running that in tandem with some other stuff like the scope, or, you know, red card and Mars, and, you know, those have become a lot more powerful these days. I guess I could see. Stakataka. Interesting. Brass Rock. During your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes minus 20 damage from attacks. It does 40 damage for 1 metal and 1 colorless. An Ultra Beast. I'm gonna be honest, not impressed or moved by Ultra Beast. That's another reason why I was like reluctant or like hesitant to even like pull on this set, because like you know, the Pokemon that are in this set, like I'm not really, I mean, it's not really for me. It's not really for me, but we here regardless. I'm doing this more for y'all than it is for myself, and also because I would like to continue to play the game and cover it. I just been slacking. But here we go, big 10 piece for your head tops. Let's go ahead and dive right in. We will go ahead and you know, pull till we get locked out on this one. It's a much smaller set than you know, oh my goodness, Celestial Gardens was, right? This is kind of like the, you know, we always get like a mini set in between major sets. So yeah, by the way, I heard multiple sound effects and rainbows go off. I haven't even finished Celestial Gardens. I don't even have Incineroar. And that was another thing that kind of put me off, is that I really wanted to play Incineroar and I still haven't pulled it. Like I'm missing like 4 cards in that set. One of the cards is Incineroar. I still don't have a single one. But anyway, Alolan Diglett. Happen to headbutt. Flip a coin if tails attack does nothing. Poipole. Flip 2 coins. This attack does 20 damage for each heads. Okay. Repel. Switch out your opponent's active basic Pokemon to the bench. Your opponent chooses the new active Pokemon. Okay. Oh, but what makes this good is that it's an item card as opposed to a supporter card. I was gonna say, we already have some like Sabrina and Cyrus and everything, but this is an item card. So I can imagine a lot of people are running this now. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been kind of in the dark with this set and like what people are saying, but I gotta imagine that's gonna be a new staple in decks. A new Blitzel, Lusamine. You can use this card. Sorry, English. You can use this card only if your opponent has gotten at least 1 point. Choose one of your Ultra Beasts, attach 2 random energy from your discard pile to that Pokemon. Okay, that seems pretty powerful. Stoutland, Guard Dog Visage. As long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, attacks used by opponent's active Pokemon cost 1 energy more. Okay. Poipole, flip 2 coins. We've seen this one already. New Emolga. I love Emolga. Static Shock, Superhero, Static Shock. Woo -woo. Anyway, Krokorok. Zeraora. They also gave us a brand new promo of this card, which looks sick, by the way. And the card itself doesn't seem like overwhelmingly powerful or anything, but it seems pretty cool. This is honestly one of the cooler Pokemon in this generation, in my opinion. I don't think Sun and Moon has like a very strong dex. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the new Pokemon they introduced in that generation, I'm not a fan of, but I haven't actually played it myself yet. That would be the next game that I play, is Pokemon Sun, and I also have Ultra Moon for when I finish Pokemon X. But anyway, at the end of your first turn, take a lightning energy from your energy zone and attach it to this Pokemon, and you do Lightning Claw for 50 damage, costs 2 energy. Pheromosa. This attack also does 20 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Okay. Phantom, Spooky Shot, 30 damage. Rockruff, Rock Throw, 40 damage. Silvally. Brave Buddies. If you played a supporter card from your hand during this turn, this attack does 50 more damage. Okay, it's not too bad. Xurkitree. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. I gotta ask, how many of you guys out there, and forgive me if I like pause and slow down, because as I'm talking to you guys, I'm looking at these cards. Oh yeah, new Shinx line. I love Luxray, so how many of you guys out there are like big fans of like Sun and Moon? That's Gen 7, right? We got a lot of Gen 7 supporters or lovers out there, defenders even. Blastphalon, beat Punk, 130 damage. This Pokemon also does 70 damage to itself. Am I missing something, or is this card terrible? What? Maybe there's some crazy card in this set that I don't know about that makes that good and makes it strong, but like, just what? And there's got to be a supporter card that goes. I don't. What? I don't know. Ultra Beast seem lame to me personally. I just got a new Shinx card, Poipole, Petalil, Blastphalon again. Yeah, do 130 damage, but do 70 damage to yourself, and it only has 100 HP at that. Maybe there's a card in here, like another Pokemon with an ability where that works together, or this Pokemon's pretty cool. Or like a supporter that, you know, that it's something. It's got to be something, surely. Beware, superpowered hug. Flip 2 coins. If both of them are heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is knocked out. I didn't even read that ball toy. That's my fault. But yeah, I generally hear from everybody that I personally know that has played Gen 7 that it's like one of the worst ones. Basically, a lot of people are of the belief that Pokemon went downhill a lot after Gen 6. And I'll say this, I'm currently making my way through the 3DS games, as you guys know. I'm playing Pokemon X, I have Omega Ruby, Sun, and Ultra Moon. But I've played the Switch games, right? I haven't played Legends Arceus, but I do own it. I'll get to it at some point. And I will be picking up ZA in Gen 10, whatever that happens, right? Looking very much forward to the Switch 2 release here in just a few days, which, by the way, speaking of the Switch 2, not only am I looking forward to like giving Scarlet and Violet another chance, because I wasn't a huge fan of those games or of that game when I first played it. I started a new playthrough of Scarlet and I was like, man, this game just looks so bad and just like runs so poorly. There's a lot of things that this game does really well or that are really cool that I'd probably really enjoy if the game didn't run like shit. The Switch 2 is going to have performance upgrades, so it's going to look better, it's going to run better, so I'm looking forward to playing that. It's probably going to be the first game I play on my Switch 2. But speaking of Switch 2s, I will be doing a giveaway for a free Nintendo Switch 2 on my stream. Now, you don't have to be subscribed to the channel, but it will be a sub goal. I'm thinking at 500 subs, if I hit 500 subs on Twitch, I'll be giving away a completely free Nintendo Switch Mario Kart bundle at that. So the big boy on June 14th is what I'm thinking. So 2 weeks I'm going to run the sub goal. If we hit the goal, I'll be giving away a free Switch. You don't have to be subscribed to the Twitch channel, but subscribers might have better odds in order to win. All you have to do is be following and be in the stream when the giveaway happens. I'll probably be giving it away at 9 Eastern. I want to say on June 14th is my current plan. You guys are the first to hear about that because I don't even think I've talked about that on stream yet, because I'm doing that today as long as this video gets up in time. Anyway, we got something good in this pack. I heard a sound effect go off. Sorry, I'm doing a lot of yapping and rambling today. Anyway, let me see this new Luxray. Intimidating Fang. As long as this Pokemon's in the active spot, attacks used by your opponent's active Pokemon do -20 damage. Okay, I like that. Electric Ball. It's not particularly powerful though. At least we have rare candy now, so stage 2 isn't that big of a deal. It's not like a deal breaker. It's probably something I'll use just because I love Luxray. And of course, it's not a LotusAsakura pack opening video without me getting at least a couple of immersive rares. Immersive rare magnet. Y'all know the brand, you know the name, you know the saying. He up next, but fuck that, I'm right now. It's Young Net. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So this is the new Buzzwole, and this happens a lot. We haven't even gotten the regular version of this card yet, but I get the immersive off rip. I'm not gonna lie, the immersive, conceptually, this is really cool. It's just a shame that all the Pokemon featured in it are ugly as sin. Okay, but that's hard though. That's a top tier immersive. I hate that it got wasted on something like whatever. It is what it is. Conceptually, that was really, really dope. So let's see what this card actually does. 140 HP. It's a grass type. We know grass types have healing and health and HP out the wazoo. So for 2 colorless damage, you get a punch, which does 30, and then Big B is 120, costs 2 grass energy, 1 colorless. During your next turn, this Pokemon can't use Big B. Sure. But yeah, I mean, seems strong enough. I mean, there's so many like powerful grass decks out there now that like there's no doubt in my mind that card is going to be useful. Very funny as always for us to get that before we even get the regular EX. But lots and lots of new cards here. So let's see. Also, I'm over 20,000 cards now. I hit over 20k off stream when I was still opening up Celestial Garden packs, and even some Shining Rubbery here or there, because I never got the Crown Rare Pokeball, which I did finally manage to get just because I hit the pack point limit. So yeah, there is that. Still missing the Crown Rare Lunala though, which means that like, I've been making sure that I get every single Crown Rare for every set, but I'm missing Lunala and then whatever the new one is in this set. I've seen it, but it's not a Pokemon that I'm familiar with, so I honestly don't know. And I'm feeling like more and more, it's funny because I've been playing all these Pokemon games and catching up on all the ones that I missed out on over the years, right? So I'm like, as much of my Pokemon fandom as I've ever been, more knowledgeable than I've ever been, you know what I'm saying? And I'm learning more and more. Even though like I've loved Pokemon my whole life, like I said, never had a DS as a kid. So getting a DS Lite and now my 3DS, which has a Pokedex case, so you know what I'm saying? Like I'm deep in my Poke bag right now. You feel me? But I ain't played Gen 7 yet. So a lot of these Pokemon I've never seen before. Carvana, Stuffle, Lilligant, okay, Alolan Persian. Take out 50, flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. All right, most of we've seen that already. Stuffle, Electrical Cord. Okay, new Pokemon tool. If the lightning Pokemon this card is attached to is in the active spot and is knocked out by damage from an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, move 2 lightning energy from that Pokemon and attach 1 energy to each. Okay, hold on. You're saying a lot right now. If the lightning Pokemon this card is attached to is in the active spot and is knocked out, move 2 energy from that Pokemon and attach 1 energy to each of you. Each to 2 of your bench Pokemon. I'm sorry, I'm having a really hard time reading today. Okay, I understand how the card works. Is this that useful though? I mean, I guess. Well, because like if you're playing like, I mean, well, it doesn't seem bad, but it doesn't like blow me away. It doesn't seem like a huge buff to electricize. I mean, like it is giving them not necessarily energy acceleration, more like energy preservation, if that makes sense. So it's definitely useful. I don't know. I'd have to try it out to see how I feel about it. Sandygast, Morlul, and we got Beastite. Okay, another new Pokemon tool. Attacks used by the Ultra Beast this card is attached to do plus 10 damage to your opponent's active Pokemon for each point you have gotten. I mean, that's good. Well, I guess what's cool is that you can attach this to a Pokemon and then use that in combination with like Giovanni, Red, or you know, some of these other cards that are like supporters. So you know, combos. So I could see it. I could see it. Because it's a Pokemon tool, I see why you don't want to make it too powerful, because you know, then Ultra Beasts, you know, I don't even know if they're running rampant already, but they definitely would be, because if you're using it in combination with that stuff, right? Lilligant, Lucamine, Trevenant, Lairon, hey, Guzzlord EX, okay, another Ultra Beast, Grindcore, and Tyrannical Hole. Yeah, I'm more of a shoegaze kind of guy, but whatever. Flip a coin until you get tails. For each heads, discard a random energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. So that, in combination with like Team Rocket and stuff, seems like it could be very annoying. And then for 3 darkness energy and 1 colorless, you do 120 damage. Really high retreat cost too. 170 HP though. My goodness. Is that the highest that we have in the game for a basic Pokemon? That is, right? I think there's 1 or 2 other Pokemon that have that, but that's really high. Hey, new Rowlet card. This is adorable. Also, when I play Pokemon Sun, right? Yeah, Gen 7, I will be picking Rowlet. Decidueye is one of the coolest starters ever. Rowlet's is an adorable little guy, you know what I'm saying? And I will be picking Decidueye. Petalil, Baltoy, Shiinotic. This is new. Illuminate. Once during your turn, you may put a random Pokemon from your deck into your hand. Poipole. Beast Wall, new item card. You can use this card only if your opponent hasn't gotten any points. So we're getting a lot of new cards that are very dependent on whether or not you or your opponent have won any points yet in the game. During your opponent's next turn, all of your Ultra Beasts take -20 damage from attacks from your opponent's Pokemon. Okay. Shinx, Persian, Rowlet, Shinx, and another immersive rare Buzzwole EX. Immersive rare magnet. We still haven't gotten the regular EX, right? Another immersive rare already. You know, I can't complain. Like, you know, it is what it is. I'm gonna take a sip of watermelon juice real quick if y'all don't mind. Like I said, it's not a LotusAsakura pack opening video without a couple of immersive rares in there, and I won't be shocked if we get a 3rd by the end of this video. Would not be shocked at all. I will say, I don't know what the lore of the Ultra Beast is, because I haven't, like I said, I haven't played that generation yet, but I guess I'll be finding out very soon. I'm currently on the 7th gym in Pokemon X. I will take a look at what the post game has to offer, but part of me also wants to move on to the next game, but I don't want to like kind of miss out on part of the experience of the game. Plus, I'm actually enjoying Pokemon X quite a lot. We got Tapu Koko EX. Plasma Hurricane, 20 damage for 1 lightning energy. Take a lightning energy from your energy zone and attach it to this Pokemon. Okay, so some acceleration there. And then Mach Bolt for 90 damage for 3 energy. Doesn't seem too bad at all. Oh, and that's something I can see that you run with the new tool, because he's, you know, getting energy every time he attacks, and then he dies, and you give that energy to the. Yeah, okay, I see the vision. I see the vision. Alolan Meowth, cool card, ugly Pokemon. A Metal, discard a random Pokemon tool card from your opponent's hand. Okay. Sandygast, Ferroseed, Shiinotic. But yeah, I'm enjoying Pokemon X quite a lot. This might seem blasphemous to some of you guys. It's going to be some people who do not want to hear this. I am currently enjoying Pokemon X, I think, more than I enjoyed Pokemon White. And here's my thing with Gen 5, right? Gen 5 is a really good game in every single way, except it has like the worst decks of any Pokemon game I think I've ever played. And when I bring that up, people are like, "Oh, you're just mad because you can't catch Gen 1 because Gen 1's out of it and da 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 da." And like, well, for one, my favorite generation is Gen 2. But here's the thing, right? Being able to catch older generations of Pokemon in a game, in a newer game, is cool. That is something that I appreciate. That is something that I do like, and that does add to my experience, because obviously I grew up with the first 3 generations, and some of my favorites are in those first 3 generations, really those first 2. So that is part of it, right? But that is not my issue with it, because if you have a brand new game that has 100 new Pokemon, but like 50 of them I think are super dope, I don't care that I can't catch the old ones, you know what I mean? So for me, it's more so not that the old ones are missing, but that the new ones suck. Like there's like 4 or 5 cool Pokemon in Gen 5, and you can't even catch half of them until you're already beating the game. Because like when I say like, oh, Gen 5 Pokemon suck, people are like, oh, well, what about like Hydreigon? You know, the DNO lines. Like, yeah, you can't catch that till Victory Road. Oh, but like Haxorus is really cool. Yeah, actually that whole line is really, really dope. Again, you don't get them till you've already like beaten the game. And you got to get to like level 60 something to even evolve into Hydreigon. You know what I mean? Like it's just, I don't know. And then like the legendaries are cool. Sure, the starters are. I like Samurai. You know, like Oshawott pretty cool. Like I enjoyed my time playing the game. I did like the game, and I will say this: it did have the best story of any of the Pokemon games that I've played, and was a really cool character. Liked him quite a lot. You know what I'm saying? The music is good. A lot of the cities were really cool. I think everything about that game is really good, except the dex, which to me is the most important part of any Pokemon game. Speaking of really cool Pokemon, we got Decidueye, stage 2 holo card, sniping arrow. This attack does 70 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Yeah, and then so now I'm on Gen 6, which I think already has like more cool Pokemon than Gen 5 did, but it also has like some old ones right now. So right now my team is Greninja. I got a Raichu. Okay, so here's the thing. I have a Lucario on my team, but I didn't know that the game gives you a Lucario. I caught a Riolu like super early in the game. Like it's like maybe even by the time you get to like your first or second gym, like one of the routes had a Riolu. So I caught a Riolu. I was like, oh hell yeah, I love Lucario. And at first I was like, you know what? Let me not be basic. Lucario is such a popular Pokemon. Everybody uses Lucario. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure I used Lucario in multiple playthroughs of like other games. I don't remember if I had one in Gen 4. I might even have one in my Scarlet playthrough right now. I don't know. But like Lucario, like it's a go-to, right? Iconic, popular. I was like, let me not be a basic bitch. But then I was like, man, F that. Lucario is sick. He's super dope. I love that Pokemon. He's one of my top 10 favorites. So I was like, I'm gonna just run it. Let's peep this card real quick. Celesteela, Ultra Thrusters. Once during your turn, you may switch your active Ultra Beast with one of your benched Ultra Beasts. Okay. Moonbaton, 100 damage. Flip a coin. If tails, this attack does nothing. I'm just really not impressed by that at all. So anyway, I run the Lucario. Then I continue to play the game. You know, I have my Riolu. I'm training him up. I'm leveling it up, whatever. Then I get to the point where you got to fight a gym leader shorty, right? You're learning about Mega Evolution. She's got 2 Lucarios. And I should have seen this coming. But she wants to, you to experience Mega Evolution and whatnot. And her Lucario is just drawn to you for some whatever reason, right? Plot. And she lends you one of her Lucarios so that you guys can have like a Mega Evolution battle. And then he's like, you know what? Lucario seems to just have this strong bond with you, random stranger who he just met for the first time a couple of days ago. You should take him. And I'm like, son of a bitch. So now I'm even more basic for a Lucario because the game just gives you one. So most people are probably running Lucario. But what I did was I took the Lucario Knight from the one that they gave you and attached it to mine, and then gave the free one. I put him in the box. Mine was stronger anyway. That one was like level 32. My Lucario was like level 37 by that point. But also I just would have done it anyway, you know what I'm saying? But I was like, damn it, man. So yeah, so I'm running Greninja, Raichu, Lucario, and Pyroar, because I don't think I've ever used Pyroar before. Now I did catch a Houndoom and or a Houndour, and Houndoom was one of my favorites, and I really wanted to run it, but I was like, man, I always use Houndoom in games that you can do it. So I was like, let me use something different. Pyroar I think is new to this generation, so I was like, I'm gonna run the Litleo Pyroar, and so Pyroar has actually been pretty cool. Serving me well. And I caught an Eevee, so I can use a Leafeon, because I don't think I've ever used a Leafeon in a playthrough. And as you guys know, big Evolution guy. Obviously the Leafeon deck was one of my favorites in this game. Was having a lot of fun running that deck. So yeah, also I know I'm doing a lot of yapping. I feel like we're getting through the packs pretty slowly at this point, because between me having to read the new cards and see what they do, and then me obviously want to converse with you guys and talk about my experiences with everything Pokemon that I got going on, it's we going through this a little bit slow. But yeah, so those are like my 5 right now. My 6th spot is like they give you a Lapras, which I love Lapras and I want to use it, but it's like they give it to you, so I don't want to be basic, but like who cares? And I also have a Pidgeot just because I need a flying type just to use Fly. So like those are just there really for the HMs. They're not really going to be part of the team most likely. So the 6th spot is kind of up in the air still right now. But those 5, so the Raichu, Lucario, Pyroar, Leafeon, and Greninja, those are pretty much like set in stone, I'd say. Anyway, back to the cards, back to the lab again. There's the regular Buzzwole EX. It took long enough. We got 2 immersive rares before we got the regular one. That's not the first time I've done that either. And we still got a lot of packs to get through, so I'm gonna speed it up just a little bit here. And I won't be shocked if we still end up with another immersive by the end of this. I skipped right past that Metagem. I didn't read it. Hold on, Gladian. Put one random type, Null or Silverleaf from your deck into your hand. Okay. Dartrix, Courtier, Lilligant, Persian, Stuffle, Repel, Petalil, Lyron, Cartana, which makes me think of Quintana. Tell me why she wanna leave me. Hold up, color shifting background. Do we got any 2-stars here? We ain't got a 2-star yet. No, it's just a 1-star. Okay. She used me to get on. So let me take a look over at the set. Yeah, we've gotten no shinies either. We've got no shinies, no 2-stars. I think the chase cards for me in this set would be, like, I'm not like impressed by a lot of these cards. I really want the shiny Greninja more than anything else in this set. The shiny Greninja and the shiny Celebi. Those are probably the top 2 cards. Obviously, we want the crown rares as always, and I want every card in this set just because, you know, I am a collector at the end of the day. Getting, yeah, that, you know, we always want the 2-star trainer cards as well. The rainbow rare Lycanroc would be cool. I like that card. It's not super crazy, but I dig it. Circuitry, Crocorock, Trevenant, Voltswain, Persian, Petalil, Metacham, Lillipup, Rowlet, Aurora. Anyway, I kind of wanted to go back to the point I was making about, you know, the decks in these different games and everything like that. I think I like mentioned it, but I kind of wanted to expound upon what I was saying. For me, right, obviously having older Pokemon, like, it adds to the experience, right? We all have favorites, and a lot of my favorites are from those first 2 generations. But I actually like the idea that Gen 5 did, where it's like, no, we're basically like rebooting it. Not rebooting, you know what I mean? Like, we're doing the Gen 1 thing where it's like 150 brand new Pokemon, but like 5 of them I think are cool. You know what I'm saying? And what does that say about me and my taste? You know, it's like, if there's 150 Pokemon and you can't find 6 that you like. The answer is no. I finished that game with like 4 or 5 Pokemon on my team that I liked. And I use the word likey loosely. You know what I'm saying? Like, one of my Pokemon was Reuniclus, who, like, hey, he's okay. You know what I mean? And whatever. But ideally, you know, you would have like at least like 30 to 40, maybe 50, like a quarter to 30%, or a third maybe. You'd be like, yeah, these are pretty dope. Like, I'd like, and every generation of Pokemon has some misses, right? Gen 1 and Gen 2, Gen 3 are no exception. There's a lot of Pokemon that I think are whack in those generations. Because then that's another thing too. People are like, oh, everyone shits on Gen 5 and Gen 7 and but like Muck doesn't exist, like Voltorb doesn't exist. Yeah, those Pokemon suck. Like, I'm not out here defending Voltorb and Muck, nigga. Like, my favorite Pokemon are like not those. Like, I like Umbreon and Espeon, bro. Like, I like, you know what I'm saying? Houndoom is like one of my favorite, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not out here defending those. Every generation has some stinkers, but for me, one of the most fun and exciting aspects of playing a new Pokemon game is seeing all the new Pokemon, and the ones that are really cool, whether they're super strong or they look really cool or they're really cute. And even like when we do stuff like getting new types, like in Gen 6, that's when they introduced fairy types for the first time, right? And I wanted Sylveon, but I'm actually gonna get a Sylveon in my Scarlet playthrough. I've never used a Sylveon before, so I went with Leafeon in my Gen 6 playthrough. But you know, I am 100% open to the idea, because somebody in my stream last night asked me, because we were talking about it. They were like, so if a new generation of Pokemon has only new Pokemon and none of the old ones, is it automatically a misty, or like, is it automatically bad? And my answer is no, because while I like those older ones, it's not more, like I said before, it's not about the old ones being missing, it's about the new ones being bad, IMO, you know what I'm saying? And if I think all the new Pokemon are ugly or really lame, then that's disappointing, you know, especially when you have like 100 plus. You know what I mean? It's just like, damn, y'all came with 100 plus new designs and 99% of them suck. Like, how did you know what I'm saying? Sharpedo. Flip a coin. If heads, discard a random energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. So yeah, that's where I'm at on that. Baltoy, Mantine, Decidueye, Mantine, Electrical Cord. We're getting a lot of those electrical cords. Clefable, Crocorock, Aeron. Last pack, Oranguru, Morlul, Metacham, Poipole, and Electrical Cord. All right, so we're close to completing the set. I want to say, what are we, 61 or 62 out of 69? I don't think we got anything new in that one. No, we did. That Aeron was new, right? Aron, the Sharpedo. Okay, no, we did get a few new ones. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so 5 more to complete the set, and then we're missing everything that's like rare except the immersive rare. Like everything that's like, you know, good, I guess, quote unquote, we haven't gotten yet. No 2 stars at all, and obviously no crown. Okay, a couple of sound effects. Got some rainbows in there. Sandal, Laron, Celesteela, Lilliput, Cladle. Dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay. Rockruff, Kartana, Looker, Rowlet, Stakataka. Fucking Jenga blocks for a Pokemon, man. And a Alolan Meowth. Damn, we're only getting 1 stars. Dartrix, Kartana, Poipo, Morolo. Another 1 star. Hey, I can't. Is this a bad video? I don't know. I feel like between the yapping and the lack of good pulls, like I know we got 2 immersive rares, but like that's basically a given for me at this point. Like I don't even like ever worry about the immersive rare. Ferrothorn, that's new. I don't even worry about that because like we're basically guaranteed like damn near at least 1 of those. On average, probably more than 1 per video, to be honest, considering how many of those I have. You know what else I ended up with a ton of? In Shining Revelry, I have a lot of shiny Charizards. I ended up with, I don't even know how many, but a lot of those. A lot of those. That was a really stinky 10 pull. Yeah, we're not getting nothing. This is just insult to injury because like I already, maybe it's because I talked trash about it and said, yeah, you know, this set looking kind of weak. I ain't really, you know what I'm saying? This is looking underwhelming, you know what I'm saying? It's like, well, shit, since you're going to be ungrateful about it, we just not going to give you nothing. Because I'm not getting anything. Yeah, we more than halfway through our gold and we ain't really got a whole lot to show for it. I mean, yeah, we got almost the full set, so to speak, but like, where the good stuff at? Molga, Meditite, Stakataka. What the hell was that pack? They out here playing with me, man. Hey, let's go! The #1 card I wanted the most, Shiny Greninja. Welcome to the squad. Now, here's the thing as well. I'm not even mad that it's just like, with these shinies, they're just like recolors essentially of cards that already exist, because I like Greninja exactly as it is. That Greninja is such a dope card to me. Now, if they ever want to make a new Greninja that's even better than this, or, you know, different in some way, but maybe equally as good, I'm here for that. But Shiny Greninja, my boy, welcome to the team. Welcome to the team. All right, well, now that I got that, anything else is just a bonus, to be honest. I got what I wanted the most. Actually, I guess I could use 2 of those. I could use 2. I would in fact like a second one. Alolan Dugtrio, there's the other EX we were missing. Krokorok, Meditite, Meowth, Electrical Cord, Shinoda. I can't believe our first shiny was actually the Greninja. I love that for me. I love that for me. Ask and you shall receive. Closed mouths don't get fed, and I'm hungry. Talk to your boy. Talk to your boy. Hold on, say all I had to do was ask. All I had to do was ask. Hey, you know, while we at it, let me go ahead and throw in a Celebi. I'll take a crown rare while you at it, and let me get the rainbow rare Lycanroc. Yeah, we'll call it square. You feel me? Back to back shinies, and I get the Greninja. I'm here for that. I'm here for that. Buzzwole EX, okay. Is what it is. Krokorok, Diglett, Pharisees, Urgatreat, Medicham, Kartana. Another Buzzwole, okay. Well, at least we got some new stuff. Some shiny stuff. We still got a few more packs to get through though, so we're gonna keep it pushing with the keeping it pushing. Bang bang. All right, 2 cards shy of completing the entire set, and we're 74, I think that said, out of 103, or, you know, including all the valuables, as it were. Right, a couple sound effects, seen some rainbows in there. Let's see if we got anything good. The Fable, Shanks, yeah. At this point, I mean, like, I know I still got a couple more cards that I need to complete like the base set, but we just here for the you dig at this point. East Wall. Heard that chime go off. Emolga, Stoutland, Baltoy, Lilligant, and Yo, I gotta have like 7 of these already. I gotta have like 7 of them boys already. Crocodile, Fable, Petalil, Crocodile. Heard that chime go off, background shifting colors. This must have been our rainbows, and it's Formosa. I gotta have like 7 of those too. Yikes. Poipo, Ferroseed, Aggron, Petalil, Metacham. Sanddown, Xurkitree, and Lyron, Alolan Dig, Xurkitree. Yeah, okay, now that we've basically seen every card that this set has to offer, the card I'm the most excited to actually use is the card that we already have, which is just Greninja, but I get to use a shiny one now, so it's just like, you know. Wait, I don't know this for sure, but you don't need, no, I was gonna say, you don't need the shiny versions of the other cards in order to use it, and I know that you don't because I never pulled shiny Weedle, but I use shiny Beedrill in my Beedrill deck. I was gonna say, I'm gonna be sad if you actually need shiny Froakie and Frogadier to use the shiny Greninja. That would suck. That would actually be so screwed up, but that's not how it works, fortunately. Anyway, I think we've got like 1 or 2 more 10 pulls to go through. You know, I'm calling this video a success, but overall, I'd say our pulls are pretty bad today. Like, I got what I wanted most, but like, I'm greedy, you know what I'm saying? Antup, Pissimian, Beware, Stuffle, Claydol. Color shifting, dog. Well, cat rather, but dog. Got this already. Ferrothorn, Emolga, Luxio, Rowlet, Aurora. Not a single 2-star in today's video, man. I'll take that though. Shiny Frogadier, I'll take that. Which I guess you need this less than you need the Froakie. I guess I'd rather have the Froakie because, you know, we got rare candies now, so you don't really need the mid evolutions as much. But I still take that. Hey, it's better than nothing. It's better than what we got in the majority of this video. IMO. Swipe up. That was the only thing new we got too. We're still missing 2 cards. So what are the 2 cards we're missing? We are missing 33 and 42. So if I just go take a look at the set, we're missing Lycanroc and how do you even pronounce this? Nihilego? That's the one. That's the Ultra Beast. That's actually the crown rare. Which, why is that one the crown rare? I don't know, but it's got to be some crazy lore I'm missing when it comes to these Ultra Beasts, man. Because like, what the hell? But anywho, all right, show me the Lycanroc and the Nihilego, I guess, just so I can have every card in the base set all in this one video. That would be very nice. Hey, Rowlet, how you doing, little buddy? Ferroseed, Kartana, Diglett, Formosa, or Pheromosa rather. Okay, we got 2 1-stars in that pack. That's kind of cool. I heard the chime go off, so there's something back here. It's Rowlet again. Fair. Crocodile, Herdier, Baltoy, Blitzel, Gladion. Either this, I think the next 10 pack is our last one of the video. So hopefully we can end it off on a somewhat decent note. That would be nice. It's not looking good. Oh, there it is. I was so, all right, well, we got the new Nihilego. I assume it's supposed to be like nihilistic combined with Lego? I don't know. Because, you know, Pokemon names are always like a combination of like a couple of words. So like, I don't know. Okay, well, that's 1 new card. We're 1 card away. We need the Lycanroc. If we can end this off getting the Lycanroc in this 10 pack, I'll be satisfied. Like, I won't be the happiest camper, but you know, we're 1 card shy of completing the base set. That would be nice to get. Yeah, and this is our last 10 packs. So let's end it off on a good note. Man. Y'all believe? Oh, you know what? Something I've been forgetting to do. The group pack openings. We made it this far in the video. Hey, well, you a real one if you made it this far. It's the final one of the video. Not everybody makes it to the end of the video. You know, people got really short attention spans these days. They're like goldfish out there. But if you did make it this far in the video, on one, we're going to open this up together. You can go ahead and get you a single pack, a free booster pack, 10 pack, It can be Extra Dimensional Crisis. It could be Shining Reverie. Whatever set you want, however many packs you want, we're going to go ahead and open this one together on one. Group summon time. Let's get it. 3, 2, 1. I do that every time. I always botch it on the group summon, bro. I always botch the rip. Whatever. Anyway, we're here. Seeing some rainbows. Decidueye, Aaron, Sandy Gas, Blastphalon, Metachamp, Krokorok, Alolan Meowth, Luxray. Come on, man. Just looking for the Lycanroc. Just looking for the Lycanroc. That's all I'm really asking for. Talk to me. Talk to me nice. Oh, don't talk to me at all. Oh my God. That better not be the only thing we get in it. Oh God. Oh no, not like this, bro. I hope y'all's went better than mine did. You know what? I'll take it. We get the shiny Froakie. We complete the Froakie line. We got shiny Froakie, Frogadier, and 2 Greninja in this video. And you know what? I'll take it. We didn't get the Lycanroc, so we actually still are 1 card shy of completing the set. But I'll take it. But hopefully your group pack went better than mine did. But I'll take the Froakie. I'll take the Froakie. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be my first pack opening for Extra Dimensional Crisis. I'm not going to make any promises about, oh, I'm going to do 1 or 2 more of these and we're going to do some ranked. I'm going to try out this deck and that deck, because my track record shows that, like, that's just not how this is going to go. But we'll see. I want to do those things, but I'm just going to leave it at that. I want to do those things. So we'll see how it goes. That being said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Hit this video with a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already so you can stay tuned for all this content when I bring you. That's not really how this... For all this content when I bring you. With all that being said, that's pretty much all I have today. Remember, look at that, but swing the bat. Later.